Do you believe you're susceptible to new ideas?
I think so. It depends how much effort it takes.
Do you think your actions impact the world?
Not really, because I feel like if only one person does it, then not much would change.
Without immediate access to recycling, do you still try?
I mean, sometimes it depends really. I mean, I carry my rubbish until I find a bin, but other than that, not really.
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As honestly as you can, what stops you from recycling?
If I'm bothered, I'm not.
And what stops you skipping an advert?
What stops me skipping an advert?
Yeah.
If it's boring. Is that?
What stops you, not what makes you.
Well, what stops me? Like,
Yeah.
how, in what way?
Like, if a sort of an advert or an informational video, what stops you from just moving past it?
Oh, okay. So what like inspires me? Probably the impact it has, like showing the impact.
Okay. Thank you. Do you believe you are susceptible to new ideas?
Yes,
Do you think your actions impact the world?
definitely.
Without immediate access to recycling, do you still try?
Yes.
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Please may you repeat the question?
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Definitely.
As honestly as you can answer, what stops you from recycling?
Access. As in, you can, if you're somewhere and there's a bin 5 meters that way, or there's a recycle point 3 miles that way, you're just going to put it in the normal general waste.
Yeah.
And that's, like, I try and keep my stuff on me to if I go past recycling point, but it gets to a point where, you just go put it in a bin because you're sick and tired of like carrying it.
Access and effort, basically.
Yeah.
And what stops you from skipping an advert or informational video? Like, what prevents you from just moving past it and ignoring it?
I don't really know. I skip most things because not most of the times, if it's an advert, it's you're looking at some sort of media that you want to look at, and it's not in theme to what you're looking at.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Do you believe you're susceptible to new ideas?
Yeah, if someone I think that someone's got a good idea, I'll certainly listen to them.
Do you think your actions impact the world?
I wouldn't say the world, but maybe I could have a small impact on somebody, then that make a difference.
Without immediate access to recycling, do you still try?
I try my best, like make sure cardboard goes in correct places and find out what's recyclable and what's not, and try and buy recyclable products instead of plastic.
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Absolutely, it's one of the biggest issues of our time, and something that if we don't deal with now, it could have very serious consequences in the next 20 years at least.
As long as you can answer, what stops you from recycling?
I'd say maybe lack of knowledge of what goes or what can be recycled and what can. Some things aren't really advertised very well that they can be recycled and end up in landfills and things like that. Obviously, they take years and years to decompose. So maybe more awareness of what can and can't be recycled.
And what stops you from skipping an informational video or advert?
I suppose nobody likes adverts, and if the reason that you see an advert is because you're waiting for what you actually want to see. So maybe if there was more proper programming or websites dedicated to recycling and the needs of it, then maybe I'll pay more attention to it.
Okay, thank you. Do you think you're susceptible to new ideas?
Yes.
Do you think your actions impact the world?
I'd like to think so. And I do things to try and help the world, but I don't know if one person's impact will change the world.
Without immediate access to recycling, do you still try?
Yes.
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Yeah, definitely.
As honestly as you can answer, what stops you from recycling?
Being lazy.
And what stops you from skipping an advert or informational video on anything really?
Probably because I want to watch. Say I've clicked on a video to watch something, and a video comes up, an advert comes up. Then probably just because I want to watch the video, so I'll skip it.
Yeah. Do you believe you're susceptible to new ideas?
Yeah.
Do you think your actions impact the world?
I believe they can, not all the time, but yeah, certain things definitely.
Without immediate access to recycling, do you still try?
I try if I see a bin and then a recycling bin next to it, I'll put it in recycling. But there is sometimes if there's just bin, it's a lot
Yeah.
harder to recycle than not.
The convenience.
Yeah.
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Definitely.
As honestly as you can answer, what stops you from recycling?
Effort, I guess. I mean, I do recycle at home, but if I'm about the street, it's like it's a lot harder to go find places and stuff like that because nobody knows where they are for one. Never mind how many of them is there are. I think if they were next to the bins or something like that, or even in replacement of the bins, like there is one in town that I know, and if I'm close to it, like it's outside Mackey's. If I'm close to it, I'd go there. But if not, I think it's just the effort of going to find someone.
Okay. One more question. What stops you from skipping an advert or informational video?
I'd say how interesting it is. If it's just primarily based on like facts and just kind of writing on a screen or something like that, I'll just skip it straight away. But I think if it had a bit of a story to it, something that I want to find out more about.
It's about an interesting sort of.
Yeah, an interesting topic that isn't just kind of recycling's good, you should always do it. It's like duh.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. I want some kind of story about it and why it's that good and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you. Do you believe you're susceptible to new ideas?
Yeah, I do. If I get a new idea and it's something I can follow through with, I'll happily do it.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Do you think your actions impact the world?
I'd like to think, like the butterfly effect, if I do a good deed, it might make the world a bit of a better place, but at the same time, I'm just one guy in this giant blue marble, so I'm very 50-50 about that one.
Okay, thank you. Without immediate access to recycling, do you still try?
As often as I can, I do, like, landfill's kind of a big problem, and if I can do just that little bit to help reduce it, then I'm going to.
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Yeah, I do, because, yes, people recycle, but I still think there's more we could be doing at the end of the day.
As honestly as you can answer, what stops you from recycling?
Personally, I don't think anything does. If I see the opportunity to, I will. Like, if there's a bin or whatever.
Okay. What stops you from skipping an advert or informational video?
If there's something about the ad that just grabs my attention, then, I don't know, like a funny line or an interesting idea, then I will stay on the ad rather than just click the skip button.
Okay, thank you. Do you believe you're susceptible to new ideas?
Yes.
Do you think your actions impact the world?
Not really.
Without immediate access to recycling, do you still try?
Yes.
Do you think more needs done to push people to recycle?
Yes.
As honestly as you can answer, what stops you from recycling?
Well, the part I play is obviously just the green bags that the bin men collect. Apart from that, I just don't really go out of my way. Say there was a bin next to me and a recycling bin 5 minutes away, I'd just be a bit lazy, to be honest. And that's all I can really give there.
And finally, what stops you from skipping an advert or informational video?
I find it quite a big downer, and normally they're quite long, so I think if they were to shorten them, then it would be more approachable.
Okay, thank you.